Hello everyone, this is Dawn. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to do a double page scrapbook layout featuring products from the Halloween Memories collection, along with a few other things from my stash. And the photos I'm going to scrapbook are from the Power of Poison exhibit at the Denver Museum of Natural History. My husband decided, I think it was last week, not too long ago, he decided to take a day off from work, and we went down there, and we're members. So yeah, we just decided to check out this exhibit. And I also bought a sticker at the gift store. So I'm going to figure out a way to put that on my layout as well. Okay. So I'm going to start out with an older product. This is from Close to My Heart. It's called Mischief. And I love this spooky background. And sometimes it's a little tricky working with these pattern papers as your background because I want to keep as much of that design in, but I'm going to use both pieces so your eye will put things together. And then I want to use, because it is poison and potions, I want to use these books from Halloween Memories, the potion books. And I'll figure out a way to get that in there. I've got a couple scraps left. And I think I'm going to have like a strip of pattern paper down the middle. So I'll cover up the crow on the left panel, but I'll keep it in on the right panel. And then I printed out several of these photos from the exhibit. In 3x3 size, so I'll kind of do a grid section there, and I'll figure out a way to work that sticker in. So I went to my Cricut and I cut out a witch's cauldron that's bubbling over, and there is a similar die cut from Stampinup available with the Halloween Memories collection. There's a stamp and die cut set, and it's got a cauldron that's almost exactly the same. So I'll put a link in the description below. I just didn't get a chance to get that set, so I went to my Cricut. And then I also cut a whole bunch of bubbles, so I can have some bubbles like bubbling out of the cauldron. And I cut a witch, and she's going to be flying in front of the moon. So that's in Sundance and a couple of different grays. And that's a maybe. I'm just going to let her live right there for a bit. And then I cut another layer. Wasn't sure if I wanted my moon to be yellow or gray. I'm not really crazy about this, so we'll just let it sit there for a minute. And got the clouds in gray. We'll go ahead and fussy cut the other cloud off, so it's ready to go if I decide to use it. Okay, so we'll just let that sit there. Sometimes you just got to look at things for a while. And then I also cut these. This was another Cricut image of potion bottles, and so I cut out the outline, and then I colored it in with alcohol markers. And ultimately, I decided I didn't want to use that. So, but I wanted to have it available. So I'm going to cut a 3-inch strip, so it's 3x12, and that is going to be on the left page. And then I have these border strips. This is from Cardstock Carnival that Close My Heart had way back in March, I think it was. And these are in Royal, and it's just kind of a zigzag border strip. And then I have a piece of pattern paper. This is from an old collection called Hooligans, but it's very similar. If you get the full pattern paper pack with the stickers from Stampin' Up! Of Halloween Memories, there is a piece of purple in there with dots on it. So it's very similar to this one. I didn't have that at hand. I'm using leftover scraps here. So yeah, I made do with what I had for my stash. So I'm going to cut another 1/2 inch off of that green bubble paper. and another 1/2 inch off this purple Hooligans, so that I can have a bit of each of those on both sides. And then I have another one of those zigzag purple strips, and that's going to be my base. So I've got these potion books and spell books, and I do realize that it's different from the way that the paper came. The books are really stacked in the other direction, but I'm going to make this work. So I'm going to split this, and there's a gap that's underneath where my pattern paper and my photo will be, but I'm going to make it look like it's a full strip that goes from top to bottom. They're just going to be sitting as if they're on a bookshelf instead of stacked up on top of each other. And I think it looks okay. Now I need to add something behind that photo because it was kind of getting lost with the pattern paper behind it. So I'm going to double mat this in pumpkin and royal. And then I'll pop it up on foam tape as well, because that's sort of my focal photo. We'll put that witch back in there just to kind of see how she's looking. That's a maybe. The hags in the picture are spooky and creepy, and the Cricut cut witch is kind of bewitched friendly. So I'm not sure they really go together. Trying to work those potion bottles in, and not crazy about that either. We'll set that aside, and we'll just start working things around. So we're going to move this. So that's a logo from the exhibit and also from the Denver Museum of Natural History. No, it's called Nature and Science. They've changed the name a few times, but when I was a kid, it was Natural History. So it's the Denver Museum of Nature and Science. So yeah, that's the logo. And then we will go ahead and put our 3x3 pictures all around. So I snapped a few pictures of different things. There was an interactive book, which was pretty cool. And then they had different exhibits or displays, like poison in literature, poison in history, poison in medicine, lots of interesting different ways that poison has been used. Learned a lot. There's a lot in each display. Okay, so that cauldron is going to live down there underneath that grid of my photos. Now we're going to say goodbye to Witchy Poo. Yeah, she just wasn't working. But I found this sticker that says double double toil and trouble. I think that was from Cats and Bats from the compliments. And I've fussy cut some more of these spell books out from some of that leftover paper. And I'll carry that over to the right panel. Okay, so I'm looking at these 3x3s and they're kind of disappearing. So let's try a skinny mat of pumpkin. And I like that. So I'm going to make mats for the rest. Okay, we're getting there. All right, so now we can start adding some of these little bubbles. And we'll just glue some of those down and we'll finish assembling the cauldron. I just plugged into Cricut Access, which is cauldron, and you'll get a ton of different images to choose from. And then I'll pop that double up on some foam tape. We'll add that, and then we'll scatter more of those bubbles kind of around that sticker. Okay. And now I'm going to bring in a white gel pen. So these bubbles have kind of a cut to show the light reflecting off them. So I'm going to bring that out even more by adding a little white line in that space. I'm just going to add some gel. I will have close-ups of this layout on my social media, so you'll be able to get a better look at that. And also at the end of this video, you can freeze frame the layout picture that I'll show, and you can take a look at how that white detail highlighting looks. And then we'll have these fussy cut books kind of leaning against the cauldron. Okay, we're getting there. All right. Now this is another really old product. It's part of the Mischief collection, and these are rub-ons. And I'll go ahead and do one, and then I'll just skip ahead of showing how I'm building these up. Rub-ons can be layered on top of each other. They're very versatile. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this from the carrier sheet. And then we'll separate the black cat from the carrier sheet. I'm looking for my popsicle stick, and the black cat's going to be next to the spell books. So I'll show the process here if you've never used a rub-on before, and then the rest I'll skip ahead while I'm building my little scene. So you just press down and rub the image, and you'll see it kind of release from that carrier sheet, but keep the carrier sheet down until the entire image is released, and then you can pull the carrier sheet up and then press the rest of it into the paper. So I'm going to pull some of these spell bottles or potion bottles, and a creepy spider. We'll add that, and then we'll start working on the left page. So I've popped my large picture with foam tape, and we'll add that. And then I'll go back to my rub-ons, and we'll kind of build sort of a collage for that left page. First, we'll go ahead and adhere those other pictures down, or printouts. I printed them on my PictureMate, so yeah, we'll go ahead and adhere those, and then we'll add the sticker. Just kind of, I decided I want to do kind of a collage in that area. So we'll add that sticker. Okay. And then we'll start adding some more rub-ons. So we have our potion bottles. And off camera, I decided that I needed another one on the right side of the hemlock sticker. So you'll see that in the final. So this is a stamp that's from a old stamp set from Close to My Heart called Beware, and it has a little journal box. So I've stamped that in black on pumpkin. And I'll go ahead and do some journaling, and then I'll fussy cut that out. And I wasn't thrilled with my journaling. I'm still thinking about it. I'm going to put it down for now, but I might make another one and print my journaling out on some sticker paper. Had a little too much to say, so I kind of squished everything in there. We'll see. We'll let it live there for now. And these bats are from the compliments that are part of Cats and Bats. So I'm going to add a couple. And we're getting there. So I have this crow that's on the right page, and off camera I found some more of the Mischief compliments. There's some felt pieces, and I found another large crow to put on that side. And these are transparent dots. They come in all the same colors as the Halloween Memories collection, so I'm going to scatter a whole bunch of those around as well. So I'll put this closer to the camera. And like I said, you can hop on over to my Facebook page. The URL is at the bottom of your screen. I'll put a link in the description below. And you can check out still pictures along with my other social media accounts. I'll have still pictures of this double page layout out there for you to take a closer look at. And there's the final picture with that added felt crow. I appreciate you watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button, and then you'll be able to find all of my videos. Thanks for watching.